Hi everyone, I am Gina from Gina C Creates, and today I'm going to be reviewing my very first laser cutting machine. xTools was kind enough to send me their M1 basic laser dual cutting machine, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and opinions on being an absolute beginner on laser cutting. The M1 came nicely packaged. Inside the machine, you'll find everything was pretty secure. You have your owner's manual, and then you'll have a package of sample material like the dog tag, leather, vinyl, sticker paper, and some plywood. It comes with your power cord and adapter, your USB drive to hook up to your desktop computers, and it comes with some replacement blades. And it has an exhaust pipe, and it has a complete kit so you can attach it to the back of your machine. And you just need 4 screws for that. And then when you're finished taking out the foam, you'll find your 10 prism rod risers. And then inside at the bottom, you'll have your 2 cutting mats, a fabric grip and a light grip. And before you get started with your machine, you're going to want to make sure you insert a blade into the housing. You can just pull it out because it's held in magnetically. So you can just pop it off and insert a new blade into the housing. And then you could just pop that right back into your machine. And then you can close the lid and take off the protective cellophane off your cover. And then we are going to attach the exhaust pipe to the back of the machine, and your owner manual gives instructions for that. Then we're just going to take the adapter piece and attach it to the back of the machine using your 4 screws. You won't need a special tool or anything. They just twist on with your fingers, and I just tighten them slightly. And then once that is in place, we are going to take our metal clamp and put it over the adapter. And I just like to do this first so I'm not struggling with my pipe. And you're just going to open up one end of your exhaust pipe, and you're going to wrap it over the plastic. And then you're just going to get your metal clamp and squeeze it over to hold in place. And then you can attach your power cords and your USB cord. And then it does have a power switch in the back to turn off and on. The M1 machine fits perfectly on a single desk. I have it next to a window with my exhaust pipe going out. And then it does have a warning label not to leave the device unattended when in use or next to any flammable materials. I am going to try to cut some plywood, so I'm going to need my triangular prism rods. These are risers, and you just spread them out evenly on the base of the cutting machine. Then you just place your plywood directly on top. I do have my machine set up ready to go, but I need to download the software, so you go over to the xTool website and download that, install it to your device, and connect it to your machine. And once you have it connected to your machine, it will take a picture every time you close the lid. So you're going to have a live preview of what is inside your machine. And I just think that's an awesome feature to have. So I can easily place my SVG design on top of the material and tell it exactly what to do. Because this M1, you can have it score or engrave or cut at the same time. So you just need to tell the software what to do with each layer. So for my orange daisy center, I am going to have it score the design. And then for the outer shape layer, I'm going to have it cut. So I'm just going to put those settings. And then once I have the settings in place, I am going to select both layers and align them horizontally and vertically so they're right on top of each other. And then for my daisy petals, I am going to switch it to cut. And this will give me 2 shapes to cut out. So I'll have 2 layers to stack on top of each other versus my daisy center. That's just going to be one cutout with the scoring on top of the cut. And then you just select what cutting tool you're using, the laser or the blade. And then you select the material and you're good to go. You just hit start and then you'll hit go on the front of the machine. It's just one button and it starts cutting your plywood out with the laser. The machine will do your scoring work first, and I was very impressed on how fast it could do that and how clean the lines came out. And then next it will cut out the plywood with one pass. And this did take a bit longer. It took about 37 minutes to complete. And I wanted to choose a very intricate design so I could see how well this laser performed. And it did not disappoint. I was very happy with how each piece came out, and the clean lines were just perfect. So once your design is complete and it stops running, you can open up the lid and remove your pieces. You just have to pop them out of the plywood. I used a small tweezer to pop out the very intricate pieces that were cut out. And I was very happy with how my daisy mandala came out. All the cut lines and score lines looked pretty perfect to me, and it was fairly easy to figure out in the software program. And I can't wait to start creating more projects out of plywood. Just think of all the different possibilities from home decor to gifts that you can make using this laser cutter. Just look how gorgeous my layered daisy mandala came out using plywood. But now I want to try out some engraving on metal. So I'm going to use the dog tag they supplied, and I'm going to enter that into my machine and close the lid, and then it takes a picture and sends it right to my software program. I'm going to use the text tool and type out my puppy's name, Daisy, and I'm going to change the font, and then I'm going to hit Wild Font Together, and then I am just going to size it down to place it on top of the dog tag. And you can see my outline is blue. I'm going to change it to yellow so I can see it better in the software program. And then I'm also going to add a cute flower to her dog tag as well. And then I am just going to resize it so it can fit. And I really love how this program works, so I can work right on top of my material instead of and get to see how it's going to look and choose the placement versus other programs where it's not how it works. So on your layers, you're going to switch it to engraving. And for my flower, I probably should have left it on score, but I chose to engrave it. So don't forget to choose the tool you're using and the material, the thickness, and then click start. It will show you a preview of your design, and then you're going to click start again, and you're going to hit the go button on your machine. And then it will start engraving on your dog tag. And it took about 8 minutes to do this project. And I think it came out pretty flawlessly and adorable. And I also wanted to use the blade setting using the cutting mat, and look at how clean this leather came out. I don't think I ever got these clean lines using my Cricut machine when making fox leather bows. And I just love how clean the blade cut through the leather. So I hope you guys give this a try. So I came into this an absolute beginner, and I felt it was fairly easy to follow, and I hope you guys are a little bit more confident on purchasing your first laser cutting machine.